Hi, and welcome to Someone Needs to Say It TV. I'm Emily here with Alex, and today we're going to switch it up a little bit and bring you in with some good news. Alex, tell me about what is going on with the Northern Lights.
Well, so especially for us down here in Texas, we don't ever really get to see this.
No,
I
never.
don't think I've ever heard of it ever happening for us down here. Maybe for some people who live up in Alaska in those areas because the locality
I
we're
always
at.
thought I was going to have to travel to
Right,
ever
you'd have
see
to go
anything
up
like this.
very far up north, Canada, the northern states, Alaska, whatever. But so for the past couple of weeks, I believe, people in many states have been able to actually see the northern lights just because there's so much solar flare activity coming off of the sun. And so the way that interacts with the Earth's
Atmosphere?
no, the magnetic field. Thank you. God damn, why couldn't I get that out? So no, so the way that the solar flares, when they come off the sun, affect the magnetic field of the Earth, which protects us, which is a good thing. That's what actually causes. That's what causes those the aurora borealis or the northern lights. So it's very strange that we are going to be able to see it here. We've actually been able to see it here in Houston the past couple of nights,
Wow,
and
I
so
did not
there's
know that.
there's a couple of cool things about it. I would recommend, and we wanted to bring this to y'all's attention so that you guys. I'm picking up my son, so I'm going to do it personally. But there's a couple tips on how to do it. Going out there with your phone, letting your eyes properly adjust to get your night vision. It takes about 30 minutes for you to get away from light pollution to not, so that you can see things better at night. Your body will actually naturally do that, but then use your phone to help you guide yourself to where you might be able to see it because the phones that we have nowadays are so good that they'll pick up on those light signatures first.
Interesting.
So if y'all want to try to
Yeah.
do something a little bit different
It's
and
kind of when they had the solar eclipse and
right,
they
yeah,
made those glasses for
right.
people and you were able to look up at the sun, but not too long,
Right,
but you're
right,
still able to
right.
look up and see it.
Man, and that so much of that has changed since we were kids. I
But
remember.
why
Do
are
you
we
remember that as
able?
kids?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
do.
gosh, that was terrible. They didn't have anything. They were like, poke a hole in this.
I
Look
know.
at
We didn't have the
the.
fancy little gadgets.
Oh man, times
But
have
why
changed.
why are we able to see them exactly? I'm still confused why
Well,
we're
it's
able to see all the way down in Houston.
so it's because it's man. So if you actually look at, there's videos all over YouTube and stuff, or if you Google it or whatever, the sun goes through periods of activity where there's more solar. They're basically storms on the sun.
Oh wow.
And that's why. So, if you remember back, it was a couple years ago. But some of these storms can actually knock out power grids. So you can have power blackouts where, so if it's a bad solar flare and it flares out and it comes towards the Earth, and we just that side of the Earth happens to be facing the sun at that point in time, and that flare shoots out. These things are moving very fast and they have a lot of
Yeah.
power. So enough power to basically an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse, so it can literally take out power grids.
Oh man.
So it can be very damaging. I mean, well, and so we have the magnetic field that protects us here on Earth. Well, it's a big problem for astronauts that are up there. So people up on, you have astronauts on the ISS, and that's a big problem for space travel. One of the things they have to consider is, hey, if we're going to put these astronauts out in space, they're not going to have the protection that we have here on Earth of
True.
the
That's a good
magnetic
point.
field from the
Yeah.
Earth. So it's something that's literally invisible most of the time to us, is actually protecting us. Invisible force field, if you will.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But so if you're in, definitely any of us in the southern states, you don't ever get to see anything like that. So it's very strange. But so take advantage of it while you can.
How long is this gonna be?
I don't know exactly how long it's going to be around, but it's probably not for very much longer because it goes through periods. Like I was saying, there's
But
periods
you
of
have
time
to
of
go
activity.
out in the country.
Yeah,
You
so you,
can't be in the city or anything like that.
I'm not going to say you can't, but you want to get as far away from light pollution as you can. So if
Okay.
you can drive out to a little bit more country spot away from where there's a bunch of light from
That's
industry or
really
cities or whatever.
cool.
So you remember when we got out on the boat, you can see so many more stars when
Yeah.
we're out nighttime in the middle of the Gulf versus when
Being
we're over
offshore is
here.
thing.
So and when I lived in Central Texas over at Fort Hood, you just saw so much more of
Oh
the sun.
yeah.
I
When I
mean,
go to
it's
Kentucky,
right.
amazing looking up
There's
at the stars.
right.
It's
So
beautiful.
unfortunately, we a lot of that down here in Houston
We
because we just have so much
do. We
light
take it for
pollution.
granted. You don't realize
Yeah,
how much you take for granted. So
but
all
yeah,
y'all that live in the country, like,
yeah, lucky. I
yeah.
remember those days. I miss that. But yeah, this is our opportunity. If you're living anywhere down in the South,
It's
and you ever,
just so like in the United States can see this happen.
From my understanding, yeah,
Okay.
it's special for us because we really don't ever get to see
Yeah,
it because
we're in the Gulf, you
well,
know?
yeah, we're far down south. It's normally ever happening for us.
Wow.
But I think that most other states that are north of us are definitely going to be able to. So it's just
Wow.
the alert that I saw was more so just saying like, hey, people down this far in Texas are going to get the opportunity to see it. So
Oh man, that's amazing. Well, I'll
so
definitely have to look into that and maybe we could do that
yeah.
with the kids or something. They would
Definitely,
love that.
for sure.
Yeah.
So, want to put that out there for y'all. I'll bring some good news.
Yeah.
All the doom and gloom all the time. Not, yeah, it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, y'all have a wonderful day and stay blessed.
See y'all later.